The truth is, many of us are living with limitations we didn't even put there. Limitations that were put there by others, by situations, by fear. But I came here to tell you today, you don't have to live like that. You were not designed to be confined. You were born for greatness. There are people right now who are telling you you can't. They say it to your face, but more importantly, they whisper it into your heart. They say things like, "You're not strong enough. You're not good enough. You're not smart enough." But what they don't know is that you were made for more. But here's what they forgot to tell you. Limitations are like chains, and they only hold you down if you let them. You are stronger than you think. Your potential is greater than you've been told. Your future is brighter than you've dared to imagine. Listen to me. The chains of fear, doubt, and insecurity were never meant to bind you. The truth is, those limitations only exist in your mind. The moment you decide to rise above them, the moment you make the decision to challenge what you've been told about yourself, that's the moment everything changes. You were created to break through. You were designed to soar above the clouds. Why? Because your limitations are not your destiny. Your limitations are the starting point for your next breakthrough. Stop letting them define you. Break the mold. The obstacle you're facing, it's not a wall, it's a stepping stone. The pain you feel, it's not to break you, it's to build you. Your challenges? They're not there to stop you. They're there to show you how strong you really are. You see, the mountain is not there to stop you. It's there to show you that your climb was never about the mountain at all. It was about the person you were becoming in the process. But hear me, when you begin to unlock your limitations, the world around you will start to shift. Doors will open that you didn't even know existed. Opportunities will find you. Doors of success, of freedom, of growth. They'll be waiting, but only if you stop looking at the door and start walking toward it. You weren't born to blend in. You weren't born to be average. You were born to stand out, to lead, to inspire, to impact this world in a way no one else can. But you can't do that by staying in the shadows, afraid of your own potential. It's time to break free. It's time to tap into the power you've been carrying all along. Your destiny isn't just in your hands, it's in your mind. But hear me, unlocking your limitations isn't easy. It requires you to get uncomfortable. It requires you to move when everything in you wants to stay still. It requires you to do the work, even when the world says you can't. But the world doesn't define you. Your effort defines you. Are you ready to break the limits? Are you ready to leave the past behind? Are you ready to see how far you can really go? Because the moment you decide to let go of your limitations, you're not just changing your future, you're changing the world around you. You were born for this. This is your moment. Unlock your limitations, step into your power, take back your future, because the world is waiting for you to show up and show out. It's time to rise. It's time to soar. Unlock your limitations. Every time you face a challenge, you have a choice. A choice to either shrink back in fear or rise up and conquer. The enemy isn't the mountain. The enemy is the voice in your head that tells you, you can't. But I'm here to tell you, those voices are lies. They're echoes of the past, and they have no power over your future. And the world will try to tell you that you're too old, too young, too slow, too broke, too damaged. But listen, it's not about what you have. It's about what you do with what you've been given. You can't wait for the perfect moment to act. The perfect moment is right now. This isn't just about unlocking potential. It's about stepping into the person you were meant to be all along. It's about releasing the power that's been trapped inside you for far too long. There's greatness inside of you, but you have to be willing to fight for it. You have to be willing to step out and trust that what's inside you is greater than any challenge that stands in front of you. The sun rises every day whether you're ready for it or not. But you have the choice to rise with it, to seize the day, to make every moment count. Your destiny is not something that happens to you. Your destiny is something you create by unlocking the power within. When you realize that, you stop waiting for change, and you start becoming the change. Imagine what would happen if you let go of every excuse, every limitation, every fear. Imagine what would happen if you believed, just for a moment, that you were capable of achieving the impossible. Because the impossible is only impossible until someone decides to make it possible. And that someone is you. The world didn't choose you to be small. The world didn't choose you to stay stuck. You choose that. You choose to rise. You choose to move. You choose to break the limits that were never meant to define you. You have the power to change the trajectory of your life. But it starts with one decision. The decision to unlock your limitations. It won't be easy. You'll face resistance. You'll fall. You'll doubt. But that's not the end. The fall is just a part of the rise. The challenge is just a part of the victory. And when you rise, when you push through, you'll look back and realize that what you thought were limitations were simply stepping stones to your greatness. You were not created to walk this journey alone. You are part of something greater. There's a team of people waiting for you to unlock your limitations so you can all rise together. Greatness doesn't happen in isolation. It happens when you pull others up with you. When you decide to rise, you raise others with you, and the world begins to change. When you unlock your limitations, you're not just changing your life. You're changing the lives of everyone around you. You're showing them what's possible, what's real, what's attainable. You're showing them that their dreams are just as valid as yours, that their vision can be as big as theirs, that their power is just as strong. So I ask you today, are you ready to unlock your limitations? Are you ready to rise above the fear, the doubt, the voices telling you you can't? Because the moment you make that decision, you will step into your purpose. You will step into your destiny. And together, we will break every chain that has ever held us down. It's time. Unlock your limitations and step into your greatness. There are moments in life that define us. Moments that seem small but hold the power to change everything. Moments when you decide that your circumstances no longer control you. The day you wake up and say, "Enough is enough." That's the moment when the chains fall away. That's when the limitations you thought you had vanish. For far too long, you've been looking at the reflection of what you've been told you are. But I'm telling you today, that reflection doesn't define you. The person staring back at you, that's the old you. The new you, the one with power, the one with purpose, is waiting to break free. And today is the day you set that person free. You've been thinking small for too long. You've been walking around with limitations that you didn't put there, accepting them as truth. But let me tell you something. There is no limit to what you can achieve when you believe in who you are and the power that's inside you. You are capable of extraordinary things, but it starts with the decision to stop letting your past tell you who you will become. I want you to understand this. Every moment you've struggled, every obstacle you've faced, has been preparing you for this moment. You've been through the fire, you've been through the storm. But guess what? You came out stronger. You came out wiser. And now it's time for you to embrace everything that's coming your way. Because you were born for this. This is your moment of clarity. This is your moment to decide. Are you going to keep letting the weight of your past dictate the steps of your future? Or are you going to stand up, dust yourself off, and take charge of your destiny? You have the strength to run the race. You have the endurance to finish it. You have the will to cross that finish line. But you have to start. You have to make the choice to move. Don't wait for someone else to believe in you before you believe in yourself. You've got everything you need inside of you to unlock your limitations and take your place among the greats. Some of you have been waiting for permission, waiting for someone to tell you it's your turn. I'm here to tell you this. The world doesn't give permission. You take it. You take it with every step, with every act of courage, with every choice that pushes you forward. You take it with your refusal to quit, your refusal to accept less than greatness, your refusal to believe in anything other than victory. When you decide to unlock your limitations, you are not just changing your life, you are rewriting your story. Every setback, a setup for your comeback. Every failure, a lesson for your success. Every disappointment, a seed for your triumph. What you've been through has been preparing you for the greatness that is about to unfold. It's time to step into it. You've carried the weight long enough. Now, let it go. Let it go so you can move freely into the next level of your life. Let it go so you can finally fly. No more limitations, no more boundaries, no more fear. There's a new version of you that's about to rise. And when you rise, the world won't be able to ignore you. They'll see the strength, the confidence, the fire in your eyes. They'll see someone who finally unlocked their limitations and claimed their rightful place in the world. I need you to hear me. This isn't just about breaking barriers for yourself. This is about showing the world that no dream is too big, no goal is too far. You have the power to inspire others to unlock their own limitations. Your breakthrough will be the spark that lights the way for someone else. And when they see you break through, they'll say, "If they can do it, so can I." The world is waiting for you. Your destiny is waiting for you. And all you have to do is make the decision to unlock your limitations and step into the life you were meant to live. Because it's your time now. Let's rise together, break through, and take our place in the world. Are you ready? It's time. Unlock your limitations and let the world see what you're made of. This is where your journey begins. The chains are broken, the limits are shattered, and now, with every step forward, you are becoming the person you were always meant to be. Embrace this moment. Embrace the power within you. Because when you unlock your limitations, you unlock the greatness that's been waiting to be unleashed. And that greatness is unstoppable.